Hortgro's South African Beautiful Country Beautiful Fruit campaign promotes South African stone fruit and pome fruit in the UK and German markets. It focuses on the superior taste of South African fruit and communicating this to retailers and consumers. Here are the highlights of the activity that took place during the 2015 to 2016 season. In the UK, we worked with online retailer buyagift.com to develop an on-pack giveaway for shoppers who could win more than 1,000 experiences that had a taste theme, including retailer vouchers, African cooking lessons, and cases of South African wine. Labels carrying this promotion and South African branding on packs of stone fruit were negotiated to take place in Tesco, Morrisons and Waitrose stores. At the request of the buying team at Asda, we ran a bespoke offer for the second year, featuring a book of Hortgro's campaign recipes using South African stone fruit. We implemented online activity to highlight South African stone fruit on Sainsbury's.com, Asda.com and Tesco.com customer websites, highlighting specific varieties of South African stone fruit while they were on shelf. Sainsbury's had an excellent performance this year, more than doubling its sales of South African stone fruit. Hortgro awarded Sainsbury's the title of Stone Fruit Retailer of the Year. Marks & Spencer runs its own activity to promote growers of its fruit. Following a meeting with the buyer, we worked with their promotional team to include Beautiful Country, Beautiful Fruit branding on their Flavour King sampling at a produce event in Brighton during February. Help a South African School ran for its 6th year and continues to provide resources to South African schools and highlight the positive impact South African fruit has had on the lives of workers and their families. UK retailers and suppliers, courier company My Hermes, shipping and logistics suppliers Maersk, and Damco, the London Produce Show, and the South African Embassy are among the organisations who add value to this project and support it free of charge. UK retailers are very keen to support Hortgro's Help a South African School project, and this year agreed to carry information about this initiative on packs of South African fruit for the first time. In addition to the labels that appeared on packs of fruit, the competition was also promoted in the trade press, on social media, and directly to 26,500 teachers. The winning collage was produced by St Michael in the Hamlet School in Liverpool. The Cook South Africa competition aims to promote the flavour and quality of South African fruit to leading chefs of the future. Student chef Kieran McGarrigle won the cook-off final and travelled to Franschhoek in March to train alongside Margot Jans. Margot and Le Quartier Français Hotel once again gave their time to this project free of charge. The competition aims to create ambassadors for South African fruit. 2014 winner Rowan Darlow now works at Midsummer House near Cambridge, which holds 2 Michelin stars. 2015 winner Tamsin Clayson works at one of Northern Ireland's leading seafood restaurants. These ambassadors will help us to promote South African fruit into the future. This year we have run features on our chefs in publications including Chef Magazine, Love Food and Produce Business UK. We want the young chefs involved in this project to go on to use South African fruit in their menus as their careers and cooking styles develop. We ran a press visit to South Africa in February of 2016, visiting stone and pome fruit production facilities, SAPO Research and Development, and Fruitfly South Africa, as well as campaign ambassador Ruben Riffel. The trip generated articles in Chef Magazine, Sainsbury's Magazine, Eurofruit, and Fructandel magazine. This trip was also used to film a series of 4 short videos with TV personality Stefan Gates. The films, called Workers, Cooking, Help a South African School, and Doing Good with Fruit, are being used in the campaign for 2016-2017. We supplied fruit to major journalists and bloggers, which together with public relations activity generated content in magazines, online publications, and in blogs.
The 2016 season for stone fruit was really good from a Sainsbury's perspective because they increased their volume by 100%. on the previous year. The activity was mainly driven a lot around driving customers into ripe and ready products, so a lot of work went into ensuring that they had the right varieties, the right pressures and the right sugars and stuff, and that actually drove a lot of customers into those lines, which is something that Sainsbury's are driving really hard in terms of categories that they're supporting. A lot of their sales have come through on ripe and ready, and this is where we've seen quite a lot of growth this season just gone.
In Germany, point-of-sale tastings for plums and pears took place in Edeka. The campaign also sampled apricots as part of a South African tourism promotion in stores. Working with German retailers including Edeka, Netto, Penny and Raver, we promoted South African stone fruit and pome fruit in their customer magazines. South African plum and pear recipes featured on the Koch Mamsel recipe app, which works by directing shoppers towards specific retailers. Sales of South African plums grew in Aldi and Lidl, while overall market share for South Africa in Germany increased against other Southern Hemisphere sources. German retailers are looking for better tasting varieties of stone fruit, and Hortgrow is currently working closely with suppliers and retailers to ensure the quality of South African plums and apricots are right for this market. The Beautiful Country, Beautiful Fruit campaign websites in Germany and the UK were updated with new recipes, films and other contents, and South African campaign news was issued throughout the year.
So how Tesco's and DPS supported the campaign was firstly the labels. I think it's about 750,000 which we did, which went on the added value packs. Which really helps show off the product on shelf. It catches the consumer's eye, so they see that and draws them in, so it gets their attention. Anything we can do to grab someone's eye as they're walking down the produce aisle to draw them to the fixture is what we're looking to do. In terms of DPS, we offered free samples to go to the food bloggers. We will send Flavour King, and also to go off for photo shoots and for various purposes. I think you guys did some promotional boxes as well, which we're always happy to support.
So the season that we've just gone through, 2016, was a difficult season, I would say, in terms of volume, because volumes were down. Two things mainly drove that. The UK season went on for longer, so the volumes that was available into May and a little bit even into June of varieties like Gala and Braeburn impacted the volumes coming from South Africa. On the end of the season also, there was a delay to the start of the European season, so the volumes that the South African growers would have planned wouldn't have gone as long as expected, so we had a late start and an early finish, and it wasn't necessarily down to the South Africans, it was due to the UK going longer and the Europeans not starting early due to weather conditions.
On pome fruit, some pressure and colour issues and an extended season for English Gala apples presented challenges during the season, and Hortgrow reported an overall drop in total exports of apples and pears to this market. In Waitrose, 1.5 million labels were printed and applied to packs of South African top fruit, specifically premium ready-to-eat ranges. These contained details of the South African Taste Experiences offer. Activity took place to promote South African fruit to Sainsbury's customers, with editorial articles in Sainsbury's magazine and banners to promote Braeburn, Royal Gala and dessert pears from South Africa on Sainsbury's.com. Sainsbury's contributed to the campaign by putting South African Pink Lady on promotional plinths for 9 weeks, which led to record sales of this variety for the supermarket. Overall, Sainsbury's sold slightly more apples than in the previous year and 12% more pears. Hortgrow is working with the supply chain to ensure there is a good understanding of the quality of South African pome fruit and the support the industry is providing to its products. In November 2016, Hortgrow visited several of the UK's leading retailers to discuss the category and this season's plans. In Germany, in addition to the pear tastings that took place in Edeka, we ran advertising for South African top fruit in the Rue magazine, Mein Frischer Korb, and the retailers promoted South African top fruit on their leaflets. South African pears were also sampled at a children's sport event in Cologne, attended by 4,000 children and parents. This received press and social media coverage.
Within Sainsbury's, a lot of their activities are restricted in the stores. So in terms of, we can't put very much on the displays or on pack. So the banners and the advertorials in magazines really help to drive customers' awareness of South African product and when it's available in store. We struggle, I think, with not being able to put things on pack. So the banners, which are there for I think up to 3 weeks at a time, that enables customers to see the activities on a more frequent basis than relying purely on somebody in store being able to put a label on pack or on the shelf. So that actually drives customers' awareness of South African product, both on top fruit and on stone fruit.
Here are some of the press, advertising and social media cuttings from the UK and German campaigns.
I think the campaign that we've just run for 2015-2016 season has been in line with where Sainsbury's wanted their activities to be run, with banners and with the Sainsbury's magazine. Going forward, I don't think that's going to change from a Sainsbury's perspective. There's less on-pack promotional activities, there's less multi-buys. It's all about a standard price for customers to come in and buy week after week and pay the same price. So in terms of raising awareness, we are quite limited, but the activity that we can do online enables us to not only get the South African message, but also gets us to enables us to show pictures of the fruit, sometimes even pictures of kind of the country too. So in terms of that, we have a bit more scope, and it seems to be working in terms of driving awareness of South African product.